this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, and honestly, there's no one better to manage your own money than you, once you understand it. That's what this channel's all about. Real money, real life, and a realistic way you can build freedom without ruining the best years of your life. So the realisation for me, and this is something that really surprised me, when I hit financial independence and my core bills basically are met for life, I realised I didn't actually want to stop working. I didn't want to go to work. There's a massive difference. And this changes everything. For years I thought financial freedom meant quitting, retiring early, never working again. That was the vision, that's what we see online. But in real life, that doesn't actually really work. And for most people, it can cause more stress than not. Now, there's the extremes. Don't work. And here's what I've learned. One extreme says, spend nothing. Save everything. Suffer now when you can retire early when you're 35 or 40. The other says, life's too short, spend it all, you can get run over by a bus tomorrow, it'll work out. And I've lived close to both those ends, and I don't truly believe in either of them. Now, I didn't wait till 20s or 30s, living like a monk, and I wouldn't suggest it to anyone else. And I didn't want to wake up at 50 trapped by bills and fear. Life changes, people change, plans change. So your finance plan has to be flexible, not rigid. The plan no one really talks about. This is a plan I actually believe in. Work solid for 10 years, not endlessly, but intentionally. Add real value. Get good at what you do. Earn more because you're useful, not lucky. At the same time, invest consistently. Build assets. Build a reputation, which essentially is an asset also. That reputation matters more than people realise. It's your safety net. When people know you're good, you get options, you get flexibility. You're never starting from zero. And then have a go from strength. Once you've built those skills, that reputation, money and confidence, have a go on your own if you wish. Start a business, a contract, go freelance, create something of your own. But do it with strength, not panic. Money behind you, a plan if it doesn't work, a reputation to fall back onto. And if that works, amazing. If it doesn't, you haven't blown up your life. That's freedom, that's choice. Now the vision of my freedom, for me, freedom looks like this. I still work. I just work on my terms. Today I wake up when I want. I'm filming this, I've got some other bits and pieces to do, I can finish when I like. I can step back when I need to. I can earn less without the stress. I don't hate my work, I don't hate being forced. And because I've built the foundations first, investments, pension, assets, I get to choose. That's the difference between escaping work and escaping dependence. Enjoy life without sabotaging your future. And I also don't believe in delaying joy. I enjoy holidays, a car I actually enjoy driving. I enjoy eating out. I enjoy decent clothes and a home I like. But I cut the waste, not joy. I don't spend to impress. And that balance lets you live well now, sleep well later. You don't need extremes to win, you need intention. And in my 20s, I was the complete opposite of that. I spent everything I earned, didn't really do great at my job, and I ran up loads of debt. If I had saved a 10-20% and invested it from that young age, I would be fully financially free now and a lot wealthier, but I am where I am. Between the age of 36 to about 40, I was over frugal. I was earning some serious money and I was basically investing as much as I can. I wasn't really buying clothes, I wasn't eating out as I want, I didn't take holidays I wished, I didn't drive a car I wanted. In the end it got tiring, it got boring, and I got to the point where I can't do this anymore. And now I've found a balance. So the big message most people miss. Financial freedom isn't about never working again, unless of course that's what you want. But for me, it's about having options when life changes. It's about flexibility, calm, choice. And you build that slowly. Income, assets, controlled liabilities, costs. That's it. Nothing flashy, nothing clever, nothing extreme. Now, if you're in your 20s and 30s, don't rush. Build skills, build income, build options. Get at least 10, ideally 20% tucked away. If you're in your 40s and 50s, welcome to the club, but it's not too late. Adjust, simplify, strengthen what you've built. Now this show is all about money, but also about life, balance and freedom over flash. On Tuesday, we will go deeper into income, assets and liabilities, and how you actually use them together. Thank you so much for listening. If you've resonated, please do subscribe. And if you're building freedom without extremes, you're in the right place. If you're not and you want some understanding, drop a comment. If you are, how do you do it? What's your idea of financial freedom and independence? Again, drop a comment, like, and get a conversation going. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you here on Tuesday.